September favorites. I already had to check what month it was to remember which favorites video I am filming. Time is just flying by, so I cannot believe it's October, but this is one of my favorite times of the year. So let's start out with some eyeshadow palettes. I only have 2 to talk about. Truly, I don't really have too many favorites because I wasn't really reaching for too many things constantly, except for, like, honestly, one cheek palette that I cannot put down. So let's talk about eyeshadow palettes first. So I do just have 2. I've been trying to slow down a little bit with eyeshadow palettes, even though I am wearing a newer one that I did a first impressions on already, but I don't think I used that until October, so that's not going to be until my next favorites video. But I do have one ColourPop palette, and that is the ColourPop Rock On palette. I was trying to not pick up too many ColourPop palettes in the past couple of months, honestly. I just really haven't been too into what they've been doing this year, but I thought that this palette was so pretty. And I ended up picking up this palette when I returned the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I just wasn't really feeling that eyeshadow palette, so I was like, I really just wanted to pick up this one instead. And I did eye it a couple of times at Ulta when I went there. And I was like, I much prefer this palette over the I Need a Nude palette, even though it is a completely different color story, a completely different vibe, because it is a warm tone palette. The I Need a Nude palette by Natasha Denona is much more neutral and a lot more like cooler tone, but this is a lot more my vibe because y'all know I love warm tone eyeshadow palettes, especially from ColourPop, and I really think they did a great job on this palette. The shimmers in here are really pretty, and the mattes are just so easy to work with. It's just such an easy neutral eyeshadow palette. So I really have been loving this one. I don't really have that much else to say about it. I haven't really been able to haul anything until 2 palettes that I had ordered come in the mail, and I'll finally be able to film a haul video. But I think my favorite shade in this palette, they're so pretty because I do think that ColourPop puts really pretty, like, glittery, shimmery eyeshadows in their smaller 9 pans. And I end up just loving the quality of them every time. I really love the middle row like so much, but I'll swatch some of them. I don't have to figure out which one's my favorite because this is a favorites video, so I can swatch whatever I want. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just swatch my favorite shade, but I don't have to limit myself. And I'm actually getting a little bit hungry already. Like, I didn't think I was going to be hungry around this time, but I think I'm just going to have lunch right after I film this. So I might go out and get something because I was not going to go anywhere, but I am, yeah. So anyway, so those are the shimmers in there. Sorry, that was my sister. And then I just wanted to swatch a couple of the matte shades. So those are the warmer mattes. And that is like the reddish matte shade, and this one is like the like kind of more orangey shade. So this one is Red Rocks and this one is Rock My World. Actually, no, that one is Fave Hike. I forgot which one it was. So yeah, it's a great warm tone eyeshadow palette, and I really do love it. I'm so low energy today because I did go to Medieval Times yesterday, so, and I'm trying to just like chill out today. I need to like put some stuff away, but I don't know if I'm going to go out and get something to eat, but I'm probably not going to, because honestly, all I want is like warm soup or something. I've just been in like such a soupy mood lately, but that's what I had for lunch the last time I stayed home, so I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I really like that palette. And then the other palette I wanted to talk about is the newest brand and palette to me, and that is the Fantasy Cosmetica Druid palette. Oh my god, this formula is so beautiful. I'm so glad that I finally was able to try Fantasy Cosmetica because their formula is banging. They just have such a good formula. Honestly, I cannot stop raving about the formula because the mattes are so blendable and so easy to use and so pigmented, and the shimmers are just so stunning. I realized why people love this brand, and I was so happy that I finally took the dive and tried them. I have had Fantasy Cosmetica on my wish list for quite a while, ever since this palette came out, and I'm kind of glad that I waited until they had a sale. They had a Labor Day sale where they were doing 20% off, and also they redid all of their packaging, and it's just really, really beautiful, definitely very fantasy-esque, and I'm glad that they redid the packaging, and it's just such a beautiful formula, and their shimmers are so multi-dimensional and beautiful. There's so many beautiful shades in this palette, and I really do want to go back into this palette again. I haven't been able to use it again since I've tested out all the shades because, you know, I'm just overwhelming myself because what better way to try out eyeshadows than just buy more? Obviously. So this one is Transformation. This one is Balance, and this one is Serenity, and they are just so beautiful. So shifty, so beautiful. They just have such a lightweight feel to them, and then again, they're just so easy to apply. So there are some of the matte shades, and I'm already swatching a million eyeshadows, but they're just so smooth. This one is Sage, and this one is Old Growth. So yeah, I really have been loving Fantasy Cosmetica as well. So those are the only two eyeshadow palettes that I have to mention. I really have just been trying to go back into some of my fall palettes this month. And I have been using quite the majority of my ColourPop palettes, and also like most of the eyeshadow palettes that I've wanted to use this fall. I've used most of them already, so I've been doing pretty good at that. So okay, so those are the only two eyeshadow palettes that I have to share. Now, I do have one base product because I actually have been using this one a ton this month. I didn't want to mention like any of my older ones because you guys know what my favorites are. So the foundation that I wanted to mention is the Glossier foundation. So this one is in the shade... This is the Stretch Fluid Foundation, and this one is in the shade Very Light, which is obviously most likely the lightest shade. I always get the lightest shade in every foundation, but this is just a really nice, almost full coverage foundation. I know it says light to medium, but this is not a light coverage foundation. I would say this is a good medium coverage to almost full. It's a very pigmented, very almost matte finish on me, but it's not a flat matte, and it's kind of like a demi-matte finish, and it just has such good coverage, and I really have been liking it to wear to work, to wear to actually wearing like to go out with friends. I actually have been reaching for this foundation quite a lot, and it's so lightweight on the skin. So I really have been enjoying this one, and I'm definitely going to use it even more this month. I actually just used it yesterday for my Get Ready With Me for Medieval Times. So you guys will see that very, very soon, probably before this video goes up or right after this video goes up. But this is just such a good foundation, and I really have been enjoying it. So I'm just going to keep on using that for most of the month. And then for concealers, I'm just going to mention probably the same ones that I've been using. Where the heck is my other one? Yeah. I'm just going to mention the same concealers that I picked up last month that I really have been loving this month, and that's these three concealers. I still have been using the Tower 28 concealer a ton. This has definitely still been one of my go-tos. So this is the serum concealer from Tower 28. Like I've said before, and I've said this like a million times, but I really don't meet a Tower 28 concealer that I don't like. I think that they make fantastic products. This is just such a good lightweight concealer. And yeah, I really have been loving it. So it's just such a great everyday concealer, and it's been like my go-to for that. And then for my favorite like fuller coverage concealer is definitely the Haus Labs one. So this is the Haus Labs, I don't even remember what this is called. It's just the coinciding concealer that goes with her foundation. And the foundation's still one of my favorites. I really do love it. But this is just such a lightweight, beautiful coverage, almost gel-like feel to it concealer, and it really is worth the hype. It's a fantastic concealer. I really have been loving this, not just for like for work or for seeing friends, but also for an everyday concealer, because it's just such a lightweight full coverage concealer. Like, she really did an amazing job on this, and I'm just going to keep on using it throughout this month. And then the last one is the Makeup by Mario concealer. This one is the Surreal Skin Awakening concealer, and this one is in the shade 120. I do want to use this a little bit more this coming month. I don't think I've reached for it in a few days. But this is such a nice concealer as well. This is probably the most full coverage out of the three, but I again feel like it's such a lightweight, easy, blendable concealer. I really am surprised on how many concealers that I've been loving lately. I think it's because I've been taking better care of my under eyes that I feel like my concealers have just been laying better, and also have been more lightweight on the skin, and they've just looked really, really good and really, really nice underneath my eyes. So yeah, I really, really love that one. So yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, and I don't really have any new like eyeliners or mascaras to talk about. I've just been using the same mascaras pretty much, you know, throughout this month as well. So I'm just going to jump right into blushes. Like I said, I don't really have that many new favorites to talk about, but I really had to mention my Bare Necessities palette again from, not Bare Necessities, Bare Cheeks palette by Blend Bunny. They have just been killing it lately, but this has definitely just been my go-to blush palette and just my go-to blushes in general this month. I've just been absolutely loving it. I really couldn't put it down this past September. I've just been trying to use it as much as possible because it has such a beautiful, pigmented, easy, blendable formula, and I've absolutely been loving it. And I really have been loving this nude shade here called Just a Touch. It's such a good, easy, everyday blush that goes with pretty much any look that you put it with. And I really do love the light peach shade, which is called Making Me Blush. And also all these shades down here, I've tried to dip into these a couple more times, and they are just so pigmented and beautiful. And I really love this baby pink as well. And I've used all of these pretty much twice. The only shade that I haven't really used is this shade, just because it's too dark for me, and also I'm not sure how I would like this as a bronzer, but maybe I will use it as a bronzer eventually. I want to use it with the Forget Me Not palette, but again, since I've had so many things to test out this past month, I really am just going to slow down after this. Like, I say that all the time, but there really is nothing else I'm too interested in getting, and I just want to enjoy my collection throughout the rest of this month. So yeah, let's just swatch a couple of these, but they're just so good and so pigmented, and I really have just been loving them. Just Blend Bunny makes a fantastic formula for pretty much everything. There's not really anything from Blend Bunny that I don't like. They really are just such a great brand. So this one is Just a Touch. This one is what is this one? The orangey shade Making Me Blush, and then the red is Power Play, and they're just so easy and beautiful to use. And I'm so glad I decided to pick up this blush palette because I really have just been using it constantly. So it really is a fantastic blush palette. And then the last blush and only other blush that I have to talk about is this blush from Rose Inc. I haven't hauled this either yet, but I wanted to talk about it because I am wearing it today as well. I wanted to wear at least a couple of products that I'm talking about. So this one is a cream blush. So this one is the Lip and Cheek color in the shade Delphine. And it's just a really nice, soft, easy, creamy blush to use. It goes over powder very well, and it just glides onto the skin really, really nicely. So this one is the shade Delphine from Rose Inc. And I really like it. It's just a really nice, easy formula. I am working on a cream blush video, so you guys will see that soon, where I want to talk about all the cream blushes that I've tried lately and rank them for you guys. I actually did that last year because a ton of cream blushes came out last year as well. So stay tuned for that. And now all we have to talk about is lip products. So just give me 1 second. Okay, and as far as lip products go, I do have a few like lip gloss, lip hybrid kind of products to talk about. The first one that I really, really like and have been enjoying and kind of has surprised me a little bit on how much I liked it is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I actually do think that this product is worth the hype. It's just such a nice, easy, buttery lip balm. Like, it's literally what it says. And it's just so nice on the lips. It's really, really hydrating. It has a slight tint to it, which I do like because it's not just like a clear balm. It actually has some color payoff to it. And it's just really nice, really hydrating on the lips. And I've been using it a ton. I just throw this on whenever I just need just an easy lip product. It's just been really, really nice on the lips. Why is like my drawer like so oily though? I don't know why it's getting all over my hands. And then the other one is the one that I'm wearing on my lips today, which is the Milk Odyssey gloss. This is the Milk Makeup Odyssey lip oil gloss in the shade Explore, and I'm actually wearing that on my lips today. I am so tired. I cannot wait to sit down and relax. I'm just literally exhausted today. My sister asked me to call her, but honestly, my voice is so shot from yesterday. I'm probably just gonna rest because, yeah, I really can't talk more after this. And this is so nice. I just love how it feels on the lips. It really does feel like a lip oil, lip hybrid gloss type of formula. And it's just so beautiful. And it just feels so nice and hydrating. And I just love it. So, yeah, I really love that too. And then the other one is the NYX Fat Lip Oil. I've actually used this a couple times this month. This one's in the shade Follow Back. If you're looking for a good, easy, affordable lip oil, I've just been really obsessed with lip oils and like light lip products lately. I mean, that's how I usually am, but lip oils really have been having my heart right now. And it's just such a nice, easy lip product to use. I really loved using this in the summertime as well, but also this past month I've used it a couple of times. And it's just such an easy, lightweight lip product just to throw on and you're out the door. Honestly, sometimes I just don't want to think about my lip products. I just throw them on and I leave. So, yeah, I'm pretty, like, not picky about lip products sometimes. And then the last one is actually, why is this not fitting in here now? The last lip oil is the newest one to my collection. This is the Kaja. I haven't hauled this either. This is the Kaja, Juicy Lip Oil in the shade, Juicy Glass Lip Oil in the shade Rosé Hip Spritz. And it's just such a small little lip oil that you can just throw in your purse. And it's kind of a clear lip oil. It doesn't really have too much of a tint to it. But it also feels really, really nice on the lips. I don't know why I've just picked up so many lip oils lately, but I just have been wanting to try them all, and I think that this is a really nice product too. It's very nourishing. It's a little bit more plumping on the lips than the other lip oils that I mentioned, but it's not anything that stings my lips. It just feels like a cooling sensation, and it's very comfortable. I really am not a fan of plumping lip products. I really don't like them at all. I don't like anything that, like, I don't want to be in pain when I do my makeup. Like, Is that like a rare thing, or do people actually agree with me? But yeah, it's just great, and I really, really like that on the lips as well. It's just very easy to throw on the lips too. And then the last product is the only lipstick that I have to talk about, which is also from Glossier, because Glossier did come into my Sephora recently. So this is the Glossier lip, I think it's a lip cushion. I swear the font on these are just so tiny. What is this called? I cannot even read it, but I think it's a lip mousse or like a lip cloud, but this is in the shade Curve. And this is so nice and so comfortable on the lips, and I've used it a couple of times, and it's just such a nice lightweight product. So if you don't really like, and it's just such a pretty like warm terracotta, really, really nice shade for the fall as well. I'm going to use this definitely more so this month. And it's just such a lightweight product. If you don't really like matte liquid lipsticks, I think this would be the perfect product for you. So I really have been loving it. So yeah, that is it, you guys. That's all the favorites that I have to share with you for this month. I think everything else I tried this month. So stay tuned for newer stuff next month as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sometimes it's nice just to film a short favorites video. So please like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram at CBW819. And let me know what you guys have been loving this month. I really would like to know. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.